Welcome back to the Make Money Making Videos podcast. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Make Money Making Videos podcast. This is episode number 5, and I'm on with Deontxy. What's going on, Deontxy? How you doing, my man? Tell the people a little bit about you and, what you got to offer.
I'm good. I'm a 16-year-old freelancer from Maryland. I do video editing, graphic design, motion design, and trying to start videography right now.
Dope.
So over on YouTube, like I help other people who might want to do stuff like me, or like who are graphic designing, who do like templates or something like that.
Cool.
I do tutorials, give advice, all that stuff. You can check out my like portfolio on Behance and all that. And yeah, that's about it.
Hell yeah. Perfect, my man. Now, all your stuff will be linked down below, of course, but what's it called? You actually saw my podcast, the second ever one, right? The one with Owen, where he was asking me a couple of questions and stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we're going to do a similar type of thing today where I got a few questions for you as well on the back end, but we'll kick it off by whatever you want to know, man. What do you want to know? Let's jump into it, my man. Let's break the ice.
All right, I got a list. So, first one is, you probably don't have this too often, but like if you ever have like Twitter clients, they kind of like ask to pay for exposure through exposure.
Yep.
Like, yeah, stuff like that. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like,
all right. Okay. So the exposure type of thing, you really want to weigh it up, right? If they're an account with like, let's say 10,000 followers or something, and you see they got pretty active likes on their tweets and stuff like that, the exposure argument kind of makes sense, right? Because and you can work that in. Like, all right, cool. I will make you this banner or I'll make you this logo, right? Because you're doing the graphic stuff, but you have to retweet my portfolio every week for 4 weeks or something like that. Like you make like an even trade right there because you're putting your time into this shit. Just for them to make a post maybe on your behalf or something. Like, hey guys, if you're looking for graphic work, check out Deontxy. And it's only really worth it from my point of view if you can see that you potentially could get a paying client from it. You know what I mean? That should be the way you judge it. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna do this free work, but am I going to get a paying client from it? But if it's somebody this big, like the other people know, you can do it for them for free and just leverage their name, right? You know what I mean? So say you did something for a big creator and then you could add that to your portfolio, and potential people in the future would be more willing to pay you because they can see that you did something for this big person, if you know what I mean. So it gives a little cosign to you that you worked with somebody that big. So only if there's an even trade would I do the stuff for the exposure. But I've done stuff for exposure before for sure. And there's importance in working for free, but only if you got no past work to show them to prove that you are worth paying for, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's kind of like weird because like the people who would say that, like they would have like the 10,000 followers, but like have like 2 likes on their most recent tweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you 100%. And a lot of that stuff is fake. The Twitter followers, it's all nonsense. Like even my Twitter followers, like I'll expose myself right now. I've had that Twitter account for so long. I think I got like 10,000 followers on there. 8,000 of them are fake, guaranteed, man. Seriously, I used to do all sort of follow for follow when I was younger, much younger. You know what I mean? So Twitter, it's a little bit you know what I mean? It's a little bit fake sometimes. So definitely only do it if you think it's going to be worth it for you.
Yeah. All right. Another question I had was, what's your routine for how you get clients on Upwork? Like, how do you start, like from very start to the finish? Like, how would you go about bringing, like, what would you exactly say about bringing them off of Upwork after you start the conversation with them?
All right. So the way you actually get involved with these people, right, is first off by being able to show like a nice way of presenting your work. So the 3 ways of presenting your work that are most effective are your portfolio, a show reel, or a video intro. Video intro for me has been the most impactful because it's just like me on the video. So it opens up the video and it's like, hey, how's it going, potential client? I send you the link because I want to work with you. And it's like a YouTube video where I'm literally talking directly to the client and just explaining like who I am and what I can offer. So it's the most personal, but that's the way you break through first, is by having a nice way of presenting your work, either video intro, portfolio, or show reel. And then from there, you obviously just need to talk with them well. And if they can see that you're obviously legit, they got no problem going outside of Upwork and paying paying you over PayPal or whatever. It's just if they think you're a little on the edge where they might want that safety net, because that's what Upwork is. It's a safety net. They can put the money in there and Upwork hang on to it until they can confirm that you actually did the work. But a lot of the time, I do the work up front as well. Like you're trying to figure out your client as much as the client's trying to figure out you. So if you think they're trustworthy and you think they want a lot of work or whatever, I do the work for free to prove that I'm not trying to screw them over or anything like that. And then they can pay me on PayPal, and then we can do future projects together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
So just showing them you're legit. You know what I mean? Just being authentic with them, and I think most clients appreciate it. And I think, like, I've never had a client not pay me. I've literally never had a client not pay me through Upwork ever. So the people seem to be pretty trustworthy on there, bro, I think.
Yeah. That's probably why they would use that site.
Yeah. It's more of a professional type of thing. And I think that could be a way where you'll never get someone who's trying not to pay you on Upwork, bro. Like on Twitter, they're always trying to get a little freebie or whatever. Like probably like I'm guessing like some clans and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like exactly, bro. Like these sort of clients, they don't got much money and they're not really benefiting that heavily from the work you're doing. The people on Upwork are benefiting heavily from the work you're doing because you're making micro content for their Instagram and their Facebook or something like that, or you're editing up a promotional video for their business. It's benefiting them business-wise, opposed to the clans and stuff and the YouTube-related guys. They're sort of just doing this for fun, so it's harder for them to justify spending money.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Another question was, all right. So what? Knowing you're a freelancer, so knowing that, like, what would you like ever try and like get hired by a business, like have consistent work coming through every
So
like consistent pay?
Yeah. Okay. So would I get a job on the side or would I go in with a long term? Because the way I do this, right, is I wouldn't get a job because then it ties me into an exclusive thing with them, and I like the freedom of being able to, like, even if it doesn't work out with this client, it's not a final thing. It's only one of my clients. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, I think getting clients which want future work, like the car company, which I just filmed, they're bringing me back this Wednesday to film another one because they got a whole bunch of cars on the lot that they need videos for. So it's a perfect thing. So we tap in once and now they're going to bring me back like almost weekly to do more videos. So it's like, that's a little job in itself. But then I could also have, my freelance clients on the internet, as well as the videography freelance clients in real life. But I think consistent clients, that's the way you kind of create a mini job without actually having like the contractual obligation and having to turn up every day at a certain time, all that sort of stuff, which I don't really like of a job, you know what I mean? So just tapping in with individual relationships with clients that want consistent work is a great way to kind of get a little mini job without actually having a job, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's kind of about all the questions.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, dude, I love it. Let me ask you a couple questions, my man. The first one I got for you, bro, is what's the importance that you found of free work? So we take it back to the beginning right now. Have you found any importance at all?
Importance in free work? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Importance of free work. So like we were talking about there, if you're nobody, you just started today, you got no past work, nothing, and someone says, hey, could you do it for free? Do you think there's importance in doing it for free, or should you try charge even though they don't know what they're paying for?
No, I think you should probably do it for free because like if you I feel like that they're not gonna be able to like trust you if you don't have like a portfolio behind you, and as long as like you have something to show off that you've done it before, then they feel like a little better about paying you. But like if they see that you're just beginning and you don't have any work to show for your skill or anything, then I'm pretty sure they wouldn't like to pay you. Like they wouldn't want to pay you. So yeah, they wouldn't want to pay you. And I'm pretty sure that most people who starting off understand that they need to build their own portfolio. So they're working for free regardless. But in that situation, working for free is definitely
And I think that's the main one where you want to work for free is if you have nothing to show for it, or I think if you're merging into a different industry, right? So if you only do a certain type of editing of a certain type of content or a certain type of filming of a certain type of content, if you got no samples of a new type of content that you're going into, say you only film recipe videos for people, and you're trying to go film car videos like I just did, and they don't really believe you can do a car video too well, in that environment, it's kind of like starting again. So I think that potentially you could work for free as well, but always, if you've got an established portfolio, you definitely don't need to. But what have you found is your favorite place to get work, right? So you mentioned Twitter. You've already talked about Upwork. What's your favorite spot to get work on?
My favorite spot is probably Upwork
Uh-huh.
because of how just like how professional it is, like
Yeah.
how I can definitely like always trust the people on Upwork. Like on
Mm-hmm.
Twitter, I had to build like this whole like way of going about it for
They're
me to
scamming.
my time wasted
Yep.
or to not give out free work or anything like that, like to get scammed. But on
Yeah.
Upwork and trusted fully 100%, I always get
Yep.
um we both always benefit from it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Literally. Upwork's the name of the game. Anybody watching this right now, take our advice, man. Get on Upwork. If you're on Twitter, you're getting screwed over. Trust me,
yeah,
Brent. It's a go-to place for younger freelancers, especially because it's such a kind of easy spot to jump into, Twitter. But yeah, man, the nature of the relationship between the clients is so different when you go on Upwork opposed to Twitter. It's not like a friendship kind of give me the best deal I can get. It's like they're really willing to pay you on Upwork.
yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been freelancing for, bro?
So seriously,
Yeah.
yeah, seriously, I've been freelancing since last summer,
Dope.
but before then, like way before then, like I had like couple channels before this. I think like two channels before
Yeah. Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I actually like started editing,
Cool.
and like I had started off on my phone,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
working on a laptop, and then like now I have what I have now. And I think actually those were representing my three channels
Dope.
because what I have now was representing the channel I have now. When I had the laptop was the channel I had before, and then when I
Yeah.
had the channel before too.
Hell
And
yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I've been seriously freelancing since the summer,
Dope.
and yeah,
Dope as fuck, man. Literally. So you're jumping in young, bro. Hell yeah, you're getting in years before I ever got in. I started probably when I was about 18, I think, something like that. A couple months after I was 18.
yeah.
That's dope, man. Seriously. Um, what's the hardest thing that you found? The biggest challenge that you found since you've been freelancing for this 6 months?
So the biggest challenge was probably like, oh, you mean like client wise? Like,
Anyway, I don't even want to put just whatever challenge that you think you found, the biggest one.
oh, well, it was definitely this client that
Uh huh.
once had. The client had asked for like a video for her son,
Yeah.
and it was for her son going to a basketball college, picking his top five colleges,
Uh huh.
and I had to make it. So I started to make it, and I finished it. She liked the basic idea of it, and
Mhm.
she wanted me to keep that, but like she wanted a different thing for like the jerseys. Like she wanted
Yeah.
his jersey to be custom made for each college, and I was like, all right, fine, no problem. So I started to make them, and like as I'm making them, I'm realizing like it's kind of, with this one picture that I have, it's kind
Yeah.
of difficult to do, but I finished it and did it to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
And she was like that it was fine,
Yeah.
but she had wanted them to be like the exact jerseys. So I had to
Yeah. Yeah.
go
Yeah.
online, look for players in the jerseys, mask out the jerseys from there, put it onto him on a Photoshop, then
Yeah.
back into After Effects each
Shit.
time, each team over and over again
Shit,
until
man.
I liked it. But eventually I got
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
where she wanted it to be. I got her vision fully done, but that was like,
Jesus. So you were still able to close the project though.
yeah,
It's okay, okay, but it was just a whole bunch of back and forth, and they weren't really too good at articulating what they wanted and stuff.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, man, for real. It's tough. It's tough when you think you're doing it, like, and then they come back and they're like, oh, I wanted it like this, or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. Oh man, seriously, like,
Especially if they don't like give you a description,
yeah,
like especially on Twitter, like I would ask them like what
yeah, yeah,
what
yeah,
what
yeah,
is this project, like what exactly do you want,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they tell me that uh it's whatever I want. Yeah, I'm the designer, whatever I want. So I come back and they describe everything they want. It's like so
Yeah, why the
annoying.
fuck do you tell me that then? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's crazy, bro. No, bro. What's called? Probably about a year ago now, I worked on a project for with a Vietnamese company who were like a cryptocurrency trading platform, and the main guys I was communicating with were Vietnamese, and they would tell me something like, "Hey, the quality needs to change a bit." So I'm thinking like, do they mean they need it from 1920 to 4K, or like what are they talking about? You know what I mean? But by quality, they meant like a detail in there, but because they're speaking a different language, they're telling me something, but they're actually using the wrong words. So I'm trying to figure out like what do these guys mean, and all this stuff being lost in translation. That's probably the most annoying project I ever worked with on, man, for real. Final question, man. We'll push in the opposite way. What was the easiest thing you found about freelancing in the past few months?
Um, Probably starting
Okay.
because by that point I had had so much experience with all my past channels
Yeah.
and all of that. Like starting was like so easy for me. Like
Dope.
I technically I already had stuff on my portfolio, but like for the stuff that I wanted to do, it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
so easy to create. Like I could get all that I needed basically done in a day. And
Dope.
so me starting off, everyone who had came to me for work,
Uh
or
huh.
everyone I tried to apply to on Upwork,
Yeah.
it really went like this, like smooth, because
Hell
of how much
yeah.
experience I had before. And so yeah, it was just easy starting off.
Fuck yeah, bro. That's music to my ears, man. Hell yeah. That's so good, bro. Seriously. The freelance game's great, man. Seriously. What's it called? And you're getting in young. I mean, what's it called? In 2 years, you'll be the age I was when I started.
Yeah.
So that's fire, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, man. That's a wrap. Deontay, it was great having you on, my man. I appreciate you coming on, asking a couple questions. It was cool getting to know you a little bit better, man, asking a couple freelance based questions. Tell the people where to find you. All your links are going to be down below in the description.
You can find me on YouTube. Actually, everything's basically the same on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Everything's the
Good.
same.
Good shit.
It's my name, except there's an X instead of an A because it's taken.
Yeah, yeah. I feel you, bro. That's why it's Jack Cole, bro. Jack Cole is taken.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's where you can find me on all that, and
Hell yeah.
Behance is that the same thing
Uh
as
huh.
everything.
All right, hell
Uh,
yeah.
in the description.
Hell yeah. All that stuff down below in the description. Make Money Making Videos, episode number 5. Deontay, thanks for coming on, my man. Take it easy.
Thank you for having me on.
Hell yeah. Peace.
Peace.